afternoon. For those of you who don't know, my name is Maya Karen. I run a fashion blog called Classically Kept. It does feature luxury, contemporary, and how to style. So if you are into that, go ahead and hit the notification bell and the subscribe button. That way you will never miss a video. So today we are going to go over my luxury wish list of 2021. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so luxury list for 2021. So the very first thing on my luxury wish list for 2021, which is the exact same thing that was on my luxury list for 2020, it is the Chanel medium classic flap gold hardware in caviar. Now, for whatever reason, this year alone, Chanel, I think, has either done 2 or 3 price increases. We called the boutique here in Charlotte. We called in Atlanta. For whatever reason, nobody has it. My name is on the waiting list in the Charlotte boutique. However, just with the price increases, I mean, don't get me wrong, the bag is beautiful, it's classic. It just exudes, I mean, it's my style. But at this point, I think it's around about $6,000 now. And on the pre-love market, I have been seeing it for about $5,800. And I did see one that was $4,800. So, and that was on Fashion File. So probably for that, more than likely, I will be going to the pre-loved market. Sometimes, like I said in my How I Afford Luxury, sometimes when you do go pre-loved, you will actually have to pay more simply because of the availability. Even whether it's on eBay or a site like Fashion File, when it is pre-loved, you pay for it and it comes right to you. As opposed to in the Chanel store, you have to get on a waiting list, see if it comes in, and then you have to figure out, what number you are on the waiting list. So sometimes on the luxury market, you will actually pay more. However, sites like The Real, Vester Collective, Fashion File, they do have plans now where you can actually just pay a down payment and it's interest free, which is the part that I love. And you can just make monthly payments, weekly payments. And I think on Fashion File, you have about 60 days. So that'll probably be the route that I go for 2021 as far as that bag is concerned. So that will just bring me into bag number 2, which is going to be the exact same bag, but I actually want it in beige now. I've been seeing a lot of those on Fashion File, eBay, and I just feel as though that it would really suit my style. Again, like with the black bag, because it seems like for 2020, I was buying a lot of like beige neutral tones. Most of my closet is black, and I have been trying to get away from that, and it seems like I've shifted from black to now gray into like more so of your neutral tones, like your stones, your heather gray, all of that stuff. So I really feel as though for 2021, I would really like that bag. It's really gorgeous. The only thing I will say is I'm a little bit weary about it actually like brush off or color transfer. Now, I have read several bag forms where they're saying, maybe you want to get your bag treated, which, like I told y'all before, my Dior shoes that I got for my birthday, those have been sprayed, and they have been treated. So it might be something like that where I actually might get it treated. Now, I don't wear jeans. Y'all know I don't wear pants because that's what most people say that it actually transfers, like the color wash from the jeans. But let's go ahead and get into the third one. It is going to be just a simple pair of black boots. There is no longer a Stuart Weitzman over there at South Park Mall. We went over there a couple of weekends ago, and they don't have Stuart Weitzman in there anymore. I think it's being replaced by Gucci, but it's just a classic pair of black boots. I know Stuart Weitzman has so many. They have the Highland, they have the 50-50. But what I'm looking for is a heeled one. I don't want just like your regular classic riding boot. I want a heeled boot. I was looking at some of the newer ones that Stuart Weitzman came out with this year, but the heel was just so trendy that I'm going to be spending that kind of money first. When I don't have a classic pair of black boots, I want to make sure that the pair that I buy first is going to be a classic pair, not a trendy pair. If I already had a classic black pair, then I would play a little bit with the heel shape. For 2020, it was very different heel shapes. While they are gorgeous, that's a trend. It's not necessarily going to stick around. And for me, paying $7.95 for a pair of classic black boots that has a very trendy heel, especially not when I don't have a classic black pair already. So, and if you see me looking over here, I have my list on my computer. So if you see me looking, that's what I'm looking at, okay? And then the fourth thing, which I had been looking for, and I haven't really found the color that I want or that I actually like, because it was on my luxury list for 2020. It is the Balenciaga Hourglass coat. This coat to me is so gorgeous. The silhouette to me is just absolutely gorgeous. And of course, I'll pop up a picture right here, but especially like in your fall, and winter here in Charlotte, because it does get cool, or it will get cold, but not like cold. But most of the ones that I have seen, they are wool, but they're like checkered, they're yellow, they're pink. At that price point, again, starting first, I want a classic color, but I don't want black. So I know I'm being kind of difficult, but that's what I'm looking for. If I could find like a beautiful camel color, or really if I could find gray, y'all know that's my favorite color. So if I could find gray, then that would be absolutely gorgeous to me. I would probably want gray buttons or gold. Gold would be really pretty. But I've looked on eBay, I've looked on Balenciaga, and they have like all the ridiculous colors. They have the yellow, they have the pink, they have the cerulean blue. I saw a neon one. That's not a type of color or a coat that I'm really going to wear, especially at that price point, because starting out, those coats are like $3,000. I'm not going to buy a $3,000 neon yellow coat. Not when I don't have a classic silhouette or when I don't have the classic color first. The plan, because David did ask me what I wanted to do for my birthday, the plan before COVID, I actually wanted to go to California because they have a Balenciaga outlet at one of their outlets, and I was doing a couple of research, and a lot of people said that they actually found, whether it be the blazer or the coat, they actually found it at the Balenciaga outlet for even half off. Like it was on the sale section, and then they had like an extra 20 or 35% off. Okay, so the next thing on my luxury wish list to go with my Chanel beige medium caviar with gold hardware is going to be the classic Dior sandal in beige. Y'all saw that I got the black pair for my birthday, and now I'm obsessed. I would probably say I've worn those in the house a couple times, and we went to go celebrate David's birthday. And I wore them all day, and they just made me feel so beautiful, really elevated my look, and I was getting compliments all day. So now I want the beige pair. And that's as simple as that. Now, the heel is kind of like a modern heel silhouette, but because the rest of the shoe is so classic, I feel as though those will stand the test of time, and I see them all the time. Now, the beige ones, they do go out of style. They do go out of stock pretty often. I do know right now that they are focusing on their spring collection, so they do have a pair up there that's floral. But right now, I'm focused on the basics and the classics. The floral shoes, they are beautiful, but I don't think... White shoes and I don't get along. Really white clothes and I don't get along, even though I have tons of white dresses. I'm very hard on my shoes, and I just feel like one day I'm going to step in the wrong place. I'm going to wear them and it's going to start raining. I haven't really got my feel for white shoes yet. So paying that price for that shoe at this point for me, because I'm very hard on my shoes, that's not going to work, because the shoes are $890, and by the time you add up taxes, it's about $900, anywhere from $950 to $975, depending on where you live and how much your taxes are. So for a shoe at that price point, like I said, white and I don't get along. Maybe a little bit later in life, when I'm a little bit more cautious, maybe. I don't know. Okay, so now let's move on. Okay, so the next thing on my luxury wish list is going to be a self-portrait dress. Y'all have seen me talk about this company before, and it was on my luxury wish list of 2020. I saw their sale, and I didn't really see anything on there that I liked, but I know just simply because of the way that they make their dresses and how they look, I know there's the right self-portrait dress out there for me. I just haven't found it yet. More than likely, it's probably going to be a fit and flare with midi length, and it will probably have flowers and a little bit of embellishment on it. But I really like self-portrait dresses because the price, I will say, is anywhere from moderate to maybe a little bit of luxury, depending on how the construction of the dress is and what it's made of. Their azalea dress is what really put them on the map. It was a very beautiful dress. And I didn't want that dress because everyone had it. And then it just got to the point where a lot of companies were doing knockoffs. So you couldn't even really tell who had on the self-portrait dress and who had on a knockoff, which there's nothing wrong with the designer dupes. But with something like that, I know what I'm going to love and wear. I want to get the real thing. That dress, I believe, started at $395. And then just again, when they started doing different renditions and, because it got to the point, like I said, where people were actually doing dupes and then they were just upping it by putting like crystals, embellishments, flowers. They were, doing different colors and things like that. And I would say that those probably started around $495, $500. So it can be an investment piece, but I feel like with just the quality, because they pay attention to detail. Because I actually got a shirt from Neiman Marcus Last Call back in 2017. I got a shirt. It had all the ruffles. It had all the holes. I want to say that shirt was like $300. At Last Call, I got it for $50. And just the detail and the way it was constructed and the quality, it was just absolutely beautiful. And of course, it wasn't black because when I was traveling, I was wearing a lot more black just to keep things simple and classic and very business professional. But yes, self-portrait. Number 7 on my luxury wish list for 2021. It was on my luxury wish list for 2020. It's going to be the Lady Dior bag. Now, if you don't know, the top handle is one of my favorite bags, or it is my favorite bag silhouette. Again, the exact same thing with the Chanel Classic. I feel as though the Lady Dior bag encompasses my style. I was looking on the Dior website while they are always making them. I haven't found the right texture and I have not found the right color yet. Although black, which I feel as though I have enough black bags for now. And I don't actually have a tan one, so I wouldn't mind the tan one. But it's just that I know right now, if you've seen the Dior book tote, it has like that canvas or like that raffia material. I'm not paying $3,000 for a raffia bag or for that type of material. It's going to be leather. Now, if we're talking about the leather Dior, even in its small and mini size, we're still talking anywhere from $3,000 to $4,000. So that again is going to be an investment piece. But I really like that bag because it's classic. Like I said, the top handle is my favorite bag, but just the style of it. It's very, ladylike. It's very structured. And that's what, I feel as though that my style is. It's very structured. Very structured, very fitted, very ladylike. Number 8 on my luxury wish list is going to be a shoe by Manolo Blahnik. It is Dulu Rum. I already had the Hangisi in like this beautiful pink color. Dulu Rum, I love that because, fashion is fashion. People are going to start wearing things when they feel like it, especially when the world opens back up. You're probably going to see people coming out in the house in gowns, in gowns or in something sparkly because they've just been cooped up for so long. They just want to put something on and it's like, here I am. And I'm all for that. I know as far as like COVID is concerned, people are, are in sweats and they're at home, but I still get dressed because again, when you look good, you feel good. So these shoes right here, they are so gorgeous. I'm just trying to find them in the right color. I looked on the website and they have like these really bright colors on there. They have one on there with floral. So again, at that price point, I want to stick with, at first, very classic color. And I've seen them in black, but I don't actually like them in black. I'm thinking more so like a champagne color. Champagne, cream, off-white, which again, I'm really hard on my shoes, so those might have to be treated. But I think the champagne color is just so gorgeous. And then you have the crystals on the front, and then you have it right there on the top of the foot. The shoe is absolutely beautiful. And to me, you can wear them dressed up or dressed down. All right, y'all, bear with me. The last 2 are just going to be pictures. My memory card on my camera ran out. All right, number 9. It's going to be the Cecile Bonston dress. And again, that was on my wish list for 2020. It's one of those dresses and baby doll dresses. And y'all know that's one of my newest favorite silhouettes of dresses. Just really huge, big baby doll dress. I saw a couple of them on sale and I didn't too much care for them because of course the ones that I wanted had already sold out in my size. But I will be on the lookout for one. It's either going to be black or white because again, when we're talking about these price points, I want classic colors. Baby doll dresses might not always be in, but if you get them in a very classic color like white or like black, you can switch things up a little bit and make it very now and very fashionable. And then lastly, number 10, which I know this is a very, not necessarily a controversial one, but this is definitely a trend, and I will say that I have jumped on the bandwagon. It is the Bottega Veneta Lido Mules, and I want them in tan or in chocolate. I don't want them in like the world's brightest color. I want them in a very subdued color. So yes, I have jumped on the bandwagon. I have seen them on so many different people. You can wear them so many different ways. And then just the braiding detail is just so gorgeous. And I love sandals and I love heels. So why not, treat yourself, or why not, dip your toe into a trend? Yes, they do have dupes, but I just feel as though as far as that shoe is concerned, you can tell the difference between the actual and the dupe, because I've actually pulled them up and looked side by side, and you can tell the difference. I mean, the braiding is just so intricate that a dupe, unless someone is really trying, unless it's like a super dupe, like a super fake, they're just going to braid and keep it moving. They're not really going to pay attention to detail, because then also on the bottom of that shoe, because I've heard people say they are probably one of the most comfortable pairs of shoes that they have or that they own. And I don't know if you've ever seen the bottom of a Bottega shoe, besides the cushion, but the actual bottom of it, they have like the little black pieces on there so you can actually get your grip and you're not slipping all over the place. But yes, I have jumped on the bandwagon. I don't care if I get them when they're out of style, because I will continue to wear them. Because a lot of the times when you're talking about a luxury wish list, it's not necessarily, what's in, because for most people, they don't have money like that, or they're not able to, just drop 10 stacks on whatever it is they want. But when you're talking about a wish list, especially my wish list, some of them are trendy and some of them are classic. Some of them come into style and some of them will never come back into style. It's just all about how you present it and how you put it in your closet and how you wear it. The things on my wish list, some of them are classics, some of them are trendy, but it's all in how you wear it. But that is all that I have for you guys today. I just want to remind you that I do upload videos here every Wednesday and Sunday. And then, of course, right here, I put my Instagram handle. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. Bye.